First of all, I want to say something about my new hair. You know, I got a haircut if you were watching the last couple of episodes, but in the episode called The F Word, or the over 50 F word, which by the way is fear, I talked about how I was afraid to color my hair blue. I wanted blue hair, not like old lady blue hair, but like I wanted blue streaks. And so a friend of mine who watched that episode surprised me yesterday with blue for my hair. They're actually little clip-ins. Let's see. So I can try them out. I could try it out until I get bold enough to actually color my own hair blue. I'll be 90 and then I'll look like every other lady in the choir loft at church. Okay, so here's what we're talking about today. We are still on this book, Designing Your Life by Bill Burnett and Dave Evans, and we are still in chapter 3, and I want to talk about something that I skipped over last time. It's the AEIOU method for looking at your past and mining for gold. And really what he means by that is, and he says it in here, activities is the A, environments is E, interactions is I, objects is O, and users is U. I'm going to read to you what he says in the book about those AEIOU 5 different things you can look at as you're reviewing your activity log. Activities. What were you actually doing? Was this a structured or an unstructured activity? Did you have a specific role to play, as in team leader or what other role? Team follower? Or were you just a participant at the meeting? That's the A. And that is actually, it seems like a really simple thing to do, but if you look again at the activity log, he actually tells you what the activities were that he was doing. So I think that's the basics. When he said, what role did you play? I don't know that you really need to say faculty meeting. I played the role of a member of the faculty, but maybe you just need to say, I was at the faculty meeting. So you know what you need when you're writing down. Just use your own best judgment. It's a study of one. Do what works for you. Next one is environments. Our environment has a profound effect on our emotional state. You feel one way at a football stadium, another in a cathedral. Notice where you were when you were involved in the activity. What kind of place was it? And how did it make you feel? I think really just something very succinct. If you've ever done a bullet journal, you know that they really value brevity over writing a big long journal entry. And I think the activity log is very similar. Just come up with the briefest of explanations of where you were and what you were doing. So the environment you were in means I was at a party, or I was at work in my office, or whatever, you pick. Interactions. What were you interacting with? People or machines? Ooh, that's a big one, because sometimes I prefer to interact with a machine. Is that weird? But other times I would much rather be with people. I'm probably what you would call a people person. I'm a Leo. What were you interacting with? People or machines? Was it a new kind of interaction or one you are familiar with? Was it formal or informal? I guess those could all be important. When I dress up and I'm wearing very formal clothes, I tend to behave differently. I think it has a lot to do with what shoes I'm wearing. And when I'm wearing my sneakers or going barefoot, I know I am going to behave, walk, talk, act differently. Objects. Were you interacting with any objects or devices? iPads or smartphones, hockey sticks or sailboats? What were the objects that created or supported your feeling engaged? I think if there were no objects involved, obviously you don't list an object. I think what they mean is if there was something that you were truly involved with. I get it. If you were holding a hockey stick, you're going to be involved with the hockey stick, golf club, tennis racket. Or if you are on your phone specifically. But if you just have your phone in your pocket, you're not involved with your phone. So take that into consideration. Are objects important? And honestly, you don't have to list every single thing that they have in the AEIOU. That's just an opportunity for you to look and see what of these particular things played a part in this activity. You could probably hear Charlie, my sweet, sweet dog, in the background. Users. Who else was there, and what role did they play in making it either a positive or a negative experience? Ooh, that could be a really big one when describing the activity, because there are certain people in your life that just lift you up and make you want to be at their party. And then there are other people that you find challenging. Okay, he's been here nudging at my elbow this whole time I'm recording, and if you don't mind taking him out, that would be awesome. Thank you. I love my husband so much. He's the coolest. Okay, I gotta fix my camera. There is a section here where they talk about mining the mountaintop, and basically what they're talking about is those times in your life when you feel so invigorated, so excited, so filled with the enthusiasm of living that you want to look back and see what those experiences were and treat them like you would something in your activity log. So go through the AEIOU process with those mountaintop experiences. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were on a mountaintop, but I suppose you could have been. So here's what he says about mining the mountaintop or your peak experiences. Your past is waiting to be mined for insights, especially your mountaintop moments or peak experiences. Peak experiences in our past, even our long ago past, can be telling. Take some time to reflect on your memories of past peak work-related experiences. Okay, they say past peak work-related experiences. I'm going to say any kind of peak experience you've had is valuable for mining. I think what I'm finding in this book is because it's geared toward people who are changing their work or enhancing their career, they lean into the work conversation, but I'm actually looking at a broader view. So I'm more interested in talking about peak experiences in all areas of life. If I were to tell you that giving birth was a peak experience for me, I think giving birth again is not something that I would pursue. A, because it's not possible, at least from what I understand. And B, because the peak experience preceded a lifetime of responsibility. And that's not a bad thing. But I'm at the other end right now. And you know, when you're over 50 and you've had kids and your kids have flown the coop, then you get an opportunity to think about what next, what next, what next? What am I without my children? What am I without my children? Well, I'm a lady with blue hair, for one thing. So here they continue. Take some time to reflect on your memories of past peak, and they say work-related experiences. I'm going to go with past peak experiences in general, and do a good time journal activity log and reflection on them to see what you find. The memories have stuck with you for a good reason. Mostly what they're trying to get across to you is that you have a wealth of experience, a wealth of knowledge. Your life is filled with things that you can look back on and say, what is it about that experience that I loved? What is it that I didn't love so much? So look back at your own life. Write stuff down. I'm going to continue to hammer forward this idea of writing things down. I'm finding it surprisingly edifying. I did not know writing these things down would be so useful. But I keep 3 or 4 different journals now. And that's just so that I can keep the books separate. But I do the different activities from the books in my various journals. And I've actually learned a lot. I feel pretty great about what I'm learning about myself because I'm a work in progress. And as I always like to say, I'm a study of one. Every time I try something new and weird to me, all I can say is I'm a study of one. I'm going to try this out. You should think I look kind of like Billie Eilish with this. Now there's somebody with the courage of her convictions. Billie Eilish is having some mountaintop peak experiences right now, and I hope she looks back and understands what was good about these experiences. Maybe there are some things in these experiences that aren't so good. I can imagine there probably are. But through it all, she seems to be very confident in her choices. And I really admire that. It's the same thing I was talking about with Lizzo yesterday. There are, and because I'm a singer, this is an area of interest for me. So there are plenty of people out there having peak experiences right now. There are plenty of people out there having experiences that aren't on the mountaintop. And I want to encourage you that you have those in your life. There are moments in your life you can look back on and mine for details to find out, how do you get back on the mountaintop, and are there things that you can repeat? Certain things are not necessarily repeatable. Me giving birth, not repeatable. But me enjoying time with my kids, definitely repeatable. When you think back on your life and look at those experiences, it's an opportunity to discover who you are and what you like to do, what you love to do, what activities bring out the best in you. So start writing them down. Look at your daily life, look at your past. Start writing them down. Decide who you are and who you want to be. If there's a gap, you have the tools to close in that gap and become the person that you imagined you could be. I promise you, you have everything you need, because this is your study of one. And I appreciate that you're joining me on my study of one. Just to remind you, you can subscribe to my channel, and then every time I put out a new video, you'll get a bing in your mailbox, and you'll know, it's time to go see what we're going to talk about today. So do definitely subscribe. And if you want the notifications bell to tell you every time something happens, which for me is only 2 or 3 times a week, then you'll get that in your mailbox and you'll know. If you want to purchase the book and follow along and go to the playlist and say, I want to do the playlist on Bill Burnett and Dave Evans Designing Your Life, then you can do that as well. And you can actually order it down below. If you click on the link, that'll take you to the section on Amazon where you can order that book. And I am indeed part of the machine because it's an affiliate link and I would get a percentage of that sale. So I hope you will consider that. And if you want to order blue hair, I'm going to put a link in for the blue hair link today because I think everybody should give it a try. I can take this out. I'm not sure I want to take it out now because I have it so nicely set, but it's a barrette. So you can actually take it out. I don't think I can. Hold on. Ta-da! Yee! Ta-da! So, try things. Explore. You're not dead yet. You're just over 50. Your life is not over. Get out there and try some things. Experiment, play, have fun. Figure out what it is you like to do. Don't worry if anybody's judging you. People are going to judge you whether you're enjoying your life or not. So just do it. You do you. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Have fun. Order a book, follow along. You could go to the library and order these books if you like. And my librarian will actually order books from other libraries if I can't find it at my local. So definitely follow along, subscribe, like the video if you like the video. And I am so excited for us to be on this journey together. So tell your friends, have them subscribe, share the video. And I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a lot of fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!